Hello and welcome to this Carveco Maker tutorial where I'm going to explain to you all the tools and how to basically use the program for the very first time. So this is the screen that greets you when you open Carveco Maker, normally in the help section where you can go to the community to ask for help and speak to other users, or there is references, or the Carveco Help Center itself. So the first thing I would advise you to do is to go to the options section. Now at this stage there's no need to do anything other than go to the auto recover settings. Open that. Carveco will save your work, your file, every 30 minutes or when the program is inactive for 30 seconds. Now, I can tell you from experience that you need to probably take this down to 10 minutes because you can do an awful lot of work in 30 minutes and maybe lose it. So we're going to press apply and close. So that's all you need to do. That obviously you can look through, but I would suggest not to alter anything else in that dialog box. So the next thing we're going to do is to prepare to open a new model or a new piece of work. So we open this up. Now I normally work in millimeters, but obviously if you wish you can work in inches, so you can just toggle back and forth here to suit whatever you want to use. So I'm just going to alter this a little bit. In X I think we're going to go 400 to make it a rectangle piece of work. Now this measurement is the measurement of the piece of material that you have on your router bed or whatever machine you're using, not the actual end product. So this is the size of your work piece that you have to use. Now the resolution, so long as you keep this in the top sort of top section up here, that's fine. It will give you a good representation on the simulation. Some computers, if you have it all the way up here, now this particular computer isn't that powerful. It's okay, but I find that the simulation works a little better if you just knock this back a little bit. So this red L you can position in any corner you wish. It indicates the start coordinate of the piece of work. Now most people use the bottom left hand corner down here to start their work or to reference their 0 on their piece of work on this bottom left hand corner. I either use this, or a lot of the jobs I use the center of the piece of material. But for this tutorial we're going to use the bottom left hand corner. Now we've already discussed the millimeters or inches. I am just used to working in millimeters, so that's what we're going to use today. So we press OK. So there's our piece of work, and I can tell already, because this is like a goldy yellow color, this is already set in the 3D view. So what we're going to do is toggle this to the 2D view. Now for drawing purposes in 2 dimensions, obviously this is what you would use. But you can, if you wish, still draw in the 3D viewing area. So we'll just turn to 2D view at the moment. And you'll notice that the rulers on the outer edge here, the 0 is on this line and the 0 is down here. This indicates that, well, that is the 0, 0 position that we chose in the bottom left corner. So everything from the bottom left corner out into our work are all positive movements. Okay, so it indicates it here. See, it's 50mm negative, so it's passed this way to the left of that line, and everything to the right of that line is a positive number. And same goes in the Y direction down here. Notice this is a negative number away from the material. Everything is a positive number away from our starting point. Okay. Now, to zoom in and out, what I'm doing is I've just got the scroll wheel and I'm just pushing it away from me, pulling it towards me. That's how you zoom in and zoom out. So up here, normal Windows type format where you have file, saving and opening. This is editing tools, so you can get to some of the editing tools up here as well. This is obviously view. We'll go into more detail about these up here. Vectors, we'll come into vectors in a moment or two. Bitmap tools, reliefs, tool paths. This window here, you can actually, let's do something. What can I do to show you? Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do. This area over here, which shows you the different layers of which you're working on and different operations that you're using. I'm just going to press the X here. Oh, they're gone. So how to get those back? If you lose those, if you click on one of these X's and you lose something, all you have to do is come here to the window, reset layer, and it comes back. A lot of people have actually asked me in the comments section, they've lost this or something, how do they get it back? Well, that is how to get something back. So some of the tools here, we're going to start with, oh, actually I missed out help. So you can come here to help. If you're in the internet, you can go straight to the website here. It'll take you straight to, wherever you need to be to get serious help. So, community, website, Carveco help itself. So that's that. Now, I'm going to start with these easy tools. Okay, so this is the polyline drawing tool. Polyline is just, sort of a continuous line. You sort of click, 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 click. I'll show you. Okay, don't worry about this for now over this side, but polyline. Left click, left click, left click, left click, left click. Okay, polyline, so you can draw a shape. Okay, now if you draw something on your work area that oh, I don't like that, I want to change it, or I want to get rid of that, all you got to do is come up here to this and undo. Simple as that. So it's a polyline, square, circle, polygon. Now you'll see here there are tags on the bottom corner of some. So if you just hover over the tag, left click and hold down, it brings out a secondary tool. Hang on, if I can do it. Yep, here we go. Secondary tool. So that means you can swap, you can make an oval if you wish. Okay, go back. And you can, so it just indicates that there is another tool underneath this one or behind it. And even arcs. If you want to make an arc. Now you will hear a lot of mention of, in these type of videos or any type of drawing programs, talk about vectors. Now a vector is very simple. There's a vector, there's a vector, there's a vector. Choose something else, circle. Okay. Now it doesn't matter what appears on the screen here or on your piece of work. It doesn't matter what shape it is. It doesn't matter how long it is, even if it's just a, you know, a small, like something like that. Anything appearing on your drawing board here is a vector. Doesn't matter what shape it is or what size it is, still a vector. Okay, so we'll just get rid of those. You can do text. Any text that is in your Windows system, you can use in Carveco. So when you open the text tool, and that's a little small, isn't it? I think we need to raise that up. We'll try. That's better. Whatever text you have in your computer, you know, in your Windows program or whatever you use for text writing, you can use in Carveco. We will come back to this in the future because there are a few things that you will need to know about text, as in some of the text is better than others. Now I know that Times Roman is perfectly, doesn't have any problems, but some of the shall we say, more elaborate text, like this here, they have, shall we say, it's not perfectly drawn in regards to be used in a CAD/CAM software. Sometimes you need to go in and correct it, but that isn't a problem for Carveco. But we'll come to that in the future. So that's just a demonstration showing you that you can you know, use any text at all. I won't go into detail about any other more complex things to do with the text, as in whether you want to put text along a line or a curve, or inside a circle, outside a circle. You can do all those things, and in the future we will come to that. But for now, we'll just say, well, this is a text tool, and these, you know, the text within your system can be used for text writing in Carveco, and Carveco will actually generate the tool paths to machine this. So let's come out of this, cancel, and that. Edit, delete. So that was another thing that you can do to get, if this isn't lit up. Okay, let me do something else again. Draw a circle here. Okay, and we'll create that circle, cancel that out, and now just say, for example, like just now that happened with the text. This was grayed out, and I couldn't actually get rid of the text. Simple thing to do. Make sure that this arrow is lit up, and you're using this tool. So this is the select tool. Okay, just draw around it. Now I'm just holding my left mouse down and release. So now this is highlighted. And this is another way of actually choosing, an individual item that you want to get, you want to delete, and you go into Edit, and you come down and delete. So whatever you have selected here, you can delete it. And if you've got a lot of things on here, you can actually select one individual item and delete it if you wish. So all these tools down here are either vector drawing tools or vector manipulation tools. Now I'm just going to just a very quick demonstration here. So we're just going to draw a circle, and obviously you have the option here of setting up exactly where you want to position the center of the circle from the origin point. Now the origin point is down here, remember? So this circle is 159.8 millimeters away from the origin point, and it is also 174, nearly 175 millimeters from the Y origin, okay, which is this line here. So you can precisely position whatever shape you want. In this case, it's a circle. Now I've got this set on radius, but you can set it on diameter and work with diameter if you wish. All right, we wish. And there it is. Now we're in diameter mode. Okay, so we're going to say create and cancel out of that. So what I'm going to show you actually is this tool here. Now with this tool here, you can now manipulate this shape. Now I'm just coming over it, and I'm catching out of the scroll wheel, pushing it away from me so I can zoom in and zoom out. Now you'll see that there are little blue squares. These are commonly known as nodes. Okay, now there's some little squares here too, which are not colored. These are node manipulating tools. So you can hover over the node, left click, move it in or move it out, and you can distort the circle. And if you catch hold of the manipulating handle out here, you can twist it around like this. Okay, and like that. And you can make a happy smiley face if you wanted to. But so you can, cause that circular shape to become any shape you want. In fact, So this is how to manipulate a simple shape into a more complex shape. So that's that. Now this is if you want to mirror copy. Okay. This one here is a transform tool. It's very similar to this tool, but this is a more complex arrangement, we shall say. You can do a lot more with this tool than with this tool. We're going to leave that one out. This tool here, this is if you have multiple vectors and you want to join some of the vectors up in groups, or it will split apart groups of vectors. So this tool here is for trimming or cutting vectors, and this tool is to offset inwards or outwards a particular vector. I'll actually show you this one. So we want to go a distance of 10 millimeters, and we want it to go out rounded, that's okay. Offset, there you go. So that's now offset that vector from its original size to larger. I'll come out of that. Come back to the select tool. Let's just open up. So that's just simply how to use a couple of the tools here. So this here is obviously for saving work. Now inside here, this is the relief clip art library. Now I believe, I haven't counted them, but I believe there are more than 500 individual 3D reliefs that you can use multiples of. In other words, you can put half a dozen into your workspace and use many of them to make up one single 3D relief. Like somewhere in here there's a blank shield that you can position many of these on there, and end up with using or utilizing 5 or 6 different reliefs and make one relief with it. And you can do that in Carveco Maker. Indeed, over the next couple of weeks we will prove that to you. So you can see there's many different 3D reliefs already made for you in Carveco Maker, that is, and that you can use in any of your projects. So that's the relief clip art library. And that's another thing too. If you want to bodily move this, just come over your piece of work, press the left and right mouse key together and hold them down, and you can move this anywhere on the screen, then release. That's just an interesting thing. Now this is the bitmap to vector tool. Now I will in the future show you how to use that. This is the vector doctor tool. Now a few moments ago when we was looking at the texts, all the different types of texts, and I mentioned that some of the complicated text, it does have some problems. Well, this tool here, the Vector Doctor will find out exactly where the problems lie, whether it's vectors that don't quite join up together, or whether you have intersecting lines. It will tell you exactly where it is, and in most cases it will sort them out for you, but other cases you sort of have to go in and manually use the snipping tool here to sort of cut little sections away to put things right. So we'll come back out of that. Now this is for, as it says, block, copy, rotate. This is for making copies. So say for example you will do it. Have a circle, and we draw a little circle here, and we say, yep, that's what we want. So we have this circle, and we're going to highlight that circle. We're going to highlight it like that, zoom in, and we're going to come here. I'm going to say yes, block copy, and distance apart. Let me see. Offset 10mm offset, and we want 2 columns, 2 rows, and incidentally you can change the direction of where you want to make the copy as well, just by clicking on it like so, that way or that way. So you can actually choose the direction you want them to make the copy. And we'll say copy, and so you can make a different shape if you want to. That's not quite what I had in mind, so come back and we go 50mm. 50 and 50. Very useful tool, this. Apply. So there you are. That's how to make, sort of a group copy then. So that's that tool, and we can come out of that and come out of that. Now this is if you want to copy these circles along a line. That's that tool. Now, so that's all the vector manipulating and drawing tools. Now this is 3D relief tools. Okay, now we will come on to these later on. But these are for manipulating 3-dimensional reliefs, in your work. And this section here is all the toolpath sections. Okay. So this is if you want to do a profile cutting operation or a V-bit carving operation, or an inlay operation. This will tell you, this will do the toolpaths for an inlay. Now fluting toolpath, I actually haven't used that one yet, but I will. And this is the 3D machining strategies. This is for doing the toolpaths for 3D machining. And obviously this is the simulation tool. Because there's other tools down here as well. I'll very quickly bring in. So let's move to the 3D view. I'll just very quickly show you. Let me see, vectors, bitmaps. Hang on. Here we go. Let's choose something. What should we choose? tree. Let's have a look. What shall we choose? Oh, castle's okay. Get the castle. Put that in here. And we're going to say we want a width. This is very... Okay. So we have the lock on. Okay, so I've got the lock on in for the 3 dimensions. So I'm just going to get the width dimension, and go 200. And the other dimensions will alter with it. Okay, so we're going to say apply, and there it is. Nice big castle. And we're going to come down here, and we're going to, let's have a look. Let's scroll through these. We're going to add on top of the work. Alright, so we're going to add it on top of the work, and we're going to paste it down, and there it is. That's how easy it is to put a 3D relief into your work. Alright, so now we're going to come out of that. Now why I did that is because I want to be able to show you this. So, well, I'll show you. Come here. Okay, so there you are, there's a side-on view. This is sort of a quick, that's a top view. And isometric view. Okay, so we've got an isometric view there. And that's a face-on view. So you can, this is a manipulating tool. So you can, with this tool, you can turn on and off your material and just be left with the 3D relief. These are grayed out at the moment because we haven't got any toolpaths made. But this is just to show you that you know, there are 3-dimensional manipulating tools as well, and that's just a couple of them. So we'll zoom in a bit on that one. So then if you wish, you can come up here and you can you can save it wherever you wish, really. We'll give this a bit of a name. It's just a go Carveco Test Maker 1 and save. Okay, so in the next video we will do some, I think, 2D work. We will actually sort of make a picture up in 2D and create the vectors and also do the toolpaths, and we will export the toolpaths. And in the next video I think we'll do a fairly decent 3D relief. I'll show you how to do the toolpaths in that, and we'll export it to our machine and possibly cut it as well. Okay then, so please, if you've liked this video or found it helpful, please like and subscribe, and you may consider becoming a patron to my channel as well, because it's the patrons behind the channel that help everything work. And also, Underneath this video, in the video description area, you will find a 5% discount code for any of the Carveco programs. It's accompanied by an address which takes you to my page in the Carveco website. So thank you for joining me, and for now it's bye for now.